Hey everyone, this is Shreyas and welcome back to another video. So in this particular video, I'm going to do a long-term review of the WF-1000XM4s by Sony. This is their flagship offering for their TWS earbuds, and I'm really excited to cover these because finally they made it to the Indian market. As you may know, they have launched globally back last year. I was really waiting for them, but since they did not launch, I covered a whole lot of earbuds last year, and you can probably check out it over here because I've covered the OnePlus Buds Pro, the Galaxy Buds 2, the Pixel Buds A and the Galaxy Buds Plus till now. I also have the XM3s offered by Sony. So if you like this kind of a video, make sure to like this particular video, subscribe to the channel and stay notified, and let me know down in the comments if you would like a comparison between the XM3s and the XM4s, because the price difference, at least in the Indian market, is 10,000 rupees. So that's something to keep in mind. Since in the global market the XM4s have been out for a while, they launched at around $280 and 280 euros. There might be promotions going on, so this might be a good video to know whether you should buy them now given the price in your region right now. So with that said, this is Shreyas and let's check these out. I usually don't cover the unboxing because I make a separate video for those, but in this case I will want to touch base on the unboxing because it's very unique and different to whatever I had access to before. So you can see over here the packaging is basically recyclable. That's the point of the whole packaging, but nothing goes back together and does not look very fancy. The box also, compared to the XM3s, is very small. That is kind of because of the case is smaller in size as well, but once you open up you can see that there are compartments where the earbud case was also wrapped in paper only. There is a thick bundle of documentation which is also kept in a paper enclosure, and below you have a charging cable and only 2 extra ear tips. Now these are not regular ear tips, these are foam silicone ear tips. It's a combination of the two. They have their pros and cons. I will cover them down in the video later. Compared to that, the XM3s actually had a very elaborate unboxing experience, and not just that, they had a total of 6 ear tips in the box. Small, medium, large, but of 2 types. One was just pure silicone and one was the silicone and foam mix, which they have kind of refined more and launched with the XM4s as a default option only. So you get a bit of a less content in the box, and this box honestly looks a bit more elegant and looks nice in my showcase. But yeah, I don't think I'll be keeping this on my showcase because it's not really non-descriptive and does not look that appealing. Moving on, let's continue with the build and design. Honestly, I think the build and design is really great. First of all, the size has reduced drastically. You can see over here the thickness of the case is almost similar, but if you come to the length and breadth, it has reduced significantly. Not just that, this now fits in my jeans coin pockets at least, so that's great news. Now coming to the earbuds, they have significant changes as well. You can see over here the sizes are significantly different, and in terms of build quality there was no complaints on the XM3s as well, but the XM3s had a more satin-like finish, so if you had greasy fingers it would catch fingerprints more, because this has a more textured finish. It's kind of like replicating a sandblasted look but on good quality matte plastic, and the copper accent obviously makes it really nice. The earbuds looks classier in my opinion because these used to jut out of your ears a lot and look very weird. Not just that, they had a blinking LED, so it would catch a lot of attention. I think these look really sleek and modern in design. The copper accent on the mic is really a nice thing to look at. So that's about the build quality design. I really appreciate the XM4 design, and my friend kind of summarized it in a very good way. So if you look at the XM3s and the XM4s, the XM4s looks like a completely new product lineup when you put them against the XM3s. Now let's come to the fit and comfort. Again, disclaimer, I would like to make it clear that you should always try earbuds out personally if possible and then buy it, because everybody's ears are different and the only interchangeable part in most earbuds are the tips. Personally, the XM4s fit me really well. I have large ears personally, but still you can see that they fit my ear really well. They do not look really huge. The shape of it is really good. The foam ear tips does a very good isolation as well, which is something I appreciate personally, and it's almost, if you look at me head on, it's almost within the plane of my ear. So even if I lie down, it's not very uncomfortable. Just one thing I have to keep in mind, that I disable the touch control so that it does not trigger any function on the earbuds. Now that's a great departure from the XM3s. because they used to jut out a lot and used to be uncomfortable. And a lot of people, actually I personally know, have also complained about the comfort on these. Although if you want a dedicated comparison between the XM3s and the XM4s, make sure to comment down below. I will try to make them as soon as possible if I have enough number of comments. So that's about the fit and comfort. I personally do not have any complaint, and I can vouch that more people have a probability of fitting the XM4s comfortably in their ears compared to the X. Now the next thing that becomes really important when you get some pair of earbuds is, because we take a lot of calls, the mic quality. So here's a mic test real quick for the XM4s. Alright, so now you're listening to the mics from the XM4s. Let me know how they sound. Now I can't really make a comparison because I don't have a lot of mics, but again, if you do request an XM3 comparison, I will compare the two mics together. But these are really a step up, especially with the software updates, because initially when it launched, the mic quality wasn't this great. So let me know in the comments below how you think the mic quality is and if it will suffice for your particular needs. Alright, the next thing is battery and charging. Now the XM3s had excellent battery backup, and that gets carried over to the XM4s with a smaller package all in all, with the case being smaller and the buds being smaller as well. They advertise using them for a good 8 hours with ANC on and at around 70% volume. I also use these earbuds mostly at a similar setting, and I got easily 8 hours, so their claim is definitely legit. And not just that, if you have ANC turned off, they can go up to 12 to 13 hours, which is insane. And I'm talking about just on the buds. Not just that, the case can hold a lot of charge and can easily replenish these earphones almost 3 times, so that's almost a total of 36 hours. Now even if I talk conservatively, if you get 30 hours putting this package together, it's a lot, because I personally got easily above 30 hours when I was using them without charging the case at all, and I got to log it on the Sony headphones app. Now coming to charging, these have USB-C to charge them up really quick, but the other thing is that you can wirelessly charge them as well on the base. I usually use them while charging my phone and keeping it with reverse wireless charging on the back of my phone, but this works with any Qi certified pad as of my experience. So charging is pretty fast as well, no problems over there. Now I want to come to the app and features, because there are a lot of things to be covered over here and it's really interesting. I want you to know about some of the marketing stuff versus how it is in reality. So let's get to it. Now one of the best things I like about these are Google Fastpair certified. So if you have them linked to your email account via Gmail, they will pop up in every device you have with your Google account signed in, especially on Android devices. So I have 2 phones, a tablet, and even my PC. On PC you have SwiftPair support as well, so even when they go into pairing mode, you will get a pop-up to connect them direct. Unfortunately, these do not have dual device support. It seems like Jabra is the only one doing dual device support on which is not OEM specific. Like Samsung's, you can do it if you have 2 Samsung devices, so that's a bummer. But another thing is that you can use them with LDAC. So if you have high-res streaming or FLAC files locally saved, you will get the max output of the bitrate, which does make a difference. It could depend on your ears and what you're sensitive to, but for the right people, it will make a difference, which will make them lean towards these. The next feature I really appreciate personally is you can set volume control on one of the earbuds, and then if you don't want, you can again go back to ambient sound control. Now it depends, you can really change it on the fly on the app, but you cannot have all of these together. And on one of the earbuds, you can have the single tap for play pause, double tap to skip the track, triple tap to go back. And if you tap and hold, you can access Google Assistant locally. Not just that, if you tap and hold with ambient sound set to one of the earbuds, you will get quick attention, which will basically lower down your music, open up the mics and let you listen to what's going on. It's very similar to the XM4 headphones I have there, which has quick attention by covering an ear cup. It's really useful, to be very honest. And not just that, this gets added up with speak to chat. I have covered it in my XM4 headphone reviews as well, how speak to chat works. Now I feel they work better on the earbuds. I don't know, the sensitivity is just right. If I'm humming a particular song, it does not get activated, but when I start talking to someone, they get activated. But in speak to chat, your music pauses and the mics open up. Now this is really useful. I really enjoyed it. Not just that, you can have your custom time after which speak to chat gets disabled and your music resumes. You have options over there in the app to set those up. The other great thing is that this is really a Pixel Buds replacement for me. So I gave up my Pixel Buds A, which was my favorite because of the Google Fast Pair features, and not just that, the hands-free Google Assistant as well. So I can call out Google Assistant from here without using any hands, gestures, nothing. I can just say the wake word and it will activate Google Assistant on these, and if they're paired to any device which has internet access, it will do that particular function. This is something that really helps me on my day-to-day life because I have adopted and use a lot of Google Assistant stuff, especially when my hands are occupied or if I'm cooking. It works out really well. But another Google feature which it adheres to is Find Device. So every Android phone has a Find Device app. So even if you have them last connected to a particular phone, it will tell you the last location of it, which is basically a Google service you can use to detect your phones as well. Those work with these earbuds as well. The next thing which is really good is the ambient sound. Now in the ambient sound mode, this is the best ambient sound mode I have ever heard. You have 20 levels of tweaking the ambient sound, which is really great because sometimes in ambient sound mode you get really harsh sounds which are high pitched. So this is the best ambient sound I have listened to. I'm not sure, I don't have AirPods Pros or something like that to compare them and tell you if it's better or not, but this is the most natural sounding non-robotic voice I've heard on truly wireless earbuds I have tested. One of the annoying things when you put them in your ears is that it tells you individually that Bluetooth is connected. Yes, you can use them as a single earbud only, but if you put like your right earbud first, it will say Bluetooth connected, and then when you put in your left earbud as well, it will again say the same. Alright, now let's come to the main thing, which is the sound quality. Now I don't really have to say much, but I feel these are the best sounding TWS existing. I have heard the AirPods Pros, and a lot of reviewers actually agree with me that compared to the AirPods Pros, these are way better sounding. They might not compete with the mic quality or some Apple ecosystem specific features they might have, but these sound absolutely brilliant. Initially I felt slightly the trebles in some notes were a bit low. You can turn it up, and that's the best part about Sony's app. You have total control over an equalizer. It is very elaborate, and not just that, to make it a bit more user friendly, they have a clear bass slider. So if you like thumping bass, you can just take one slider and manage it to get clear bass through without it interfering with the other frequencies. This is what I love about these earbuds. You can make them yours. First of all, they have like 8 or 9 presets to begin with, which is probably the highest number I've seen on any earbuds, and you have manual presets which you can save, and they get saved on device. So let's say you have saved them and you are on a manual preset of your choice. You switch your device, they will get retained because they are locally stored. Not just that, same goes with ANC, your ambient mode settings, your touch controls. Everything gets synced on the earbuds and get carried from device to device whenever you connect. This is something I feel is unmatched and is really awesome. And after the sound quality, I would like to come to ANC. ANC is probably the best I have ever heard. I think this will surpass the AirPods Pro in my opinion, because for the short times I have got to use them, the ANC on this, if you have the right ear tips and the right fit, is absolutely amazing. You have your music at 60 to 70% volume. You cannot hear a thing unless it's extremely loud, which will be uncomfortable for your ears if you did not have these on. I think these are pricey, but who are these for? I think someone who would like a compact package with the best sounding earbuds and the best ANC, I think this is your choice. I know they're costly, but they come with a good number of handy features which actually enhance your experience. You can make your sounds, tweaking yourself and really enjoy it. The resolution and the sound staging on this is also really, really good. It might not be as spacious, or you cannot use something like spatial audio to make it feel like that, but the sound staging by default is really amazing on this, and I don't really have a complaint. And another thing, you get the Google goodies with this as well, and Windows Swift Pair. So pairing it with new devices and connecting it and it being available on the other devices if you have them nearby works really, really well. So that's something I appreciate, because I have multiple Android devices I use side by side and keep switching. Kind of makes up for the lack of dual device support. So yeah, I think when you have something as unique as this and with so many features packed in, you can charge a good amount of money, and I think that's what Sony is doing. Given the pricing in the outside market, in the global market, like $280 $280. I think 20,000 here in India is a fair enough ask in my opinion. And if you get some card offers in upcoming sales or something and get it down at 18,000 also, I will instantly recommend this one personally, because I am really happy with these. And I think if you don't really have fitting issues, these are the best earbuds that exist outside the Apple ecosystem for you in terms of functionality and sound as well. So that's been it for the review of the Sony WF-1000XM4s. Let me know what you thought about these and if you're going to buy them. Again, if you want to check the XM3s or the XM4s out, they will be linked down below. Make sure to use those links. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.